Am I audible to all of you guys? Okay, great. So let me share my screen. Is it visible, guys? Cool. Yeah, thanks. So in the last session, guys, we have discussed something called as a sequence to sequence model, right? I hope you guys remember this architecture where we have a encoder, we have a decoder, and encoder and decoders are nothing but these are the LSTM cells, right? So what they will do, they will process the sequential data. So your input is a sequence of words or a sequential data, and output is also a sequence of word or a sequential data. That's why we are calling it as a sequence to sequence model, right? And then encoder's output is nothing but what is this context vector we are getting. Apart from that, we are also discussed like we are discarding individual output of these LSTM cells. So whatever context vector, which is nothing but the hidden state and cell state, whatever you are getting, that is something we're calling as a context vector, and that is the input to this decoder module. And then we have discussed like how this architecture looks like and all. So up to this point, guys, any doubt or any questions? Are you guys comfortable with this sequence to sequence architecture? Okay. Yeah. What about rest of the guys? Let me also check with YouTube, guys. Okay, cool. So I guess you guys understood the basic architecture of like what is this sequence to sequence model, and then you guys understood how the input sequence is getting into the architecture and how the output is being generated. Okay, cool. So guys, in today's session, we are going to see another useful, what you can say, tool, or you can say a model of the generative AI technique, and that is the Chat GPT, right? So today we will explore the Chat GPT, and we will try to learn couple of new things. Okay, and I will again come back to the sequence to sequence model, whatever we have discussed so far. So, but yeah, after the Chat GPT session, I will again come back to this particular part, sequence to sequence model, and then we will see a couple of advanced architectures also. All right, some modifications and all. So, but for today's session, we are going to focus over the Chat GPT part. Okay. So for that, let me first share my screen. Okay, cool. Is it visible, guys? Great. So I'm sure, guys, all of you have heard about a term called ChatGPT, right? So first of all, I want to know from your end, guys, what do you understand by this particular tool called ChatGPT? You can provide your input, whatever you guys know about ChatGPT. What is it? You know, don't hesitate. You can provide input, whatever you know about ChatGPT. So what do you think? What is this ChatGPT? Generative pre-trained model based upon Reddit database. Okay, partially correct. Yeah. Any other input, guys? Anyone? Okay, not an issue. So let me first tell you guys, ChatGPT is nothing but it is a AI enabled chatbot, right? AI enabled chatbot. And what is a chatbot? Chatbot is a one kind of a tool where we write our queries in the inputs box, and these queries were passed to the chatbot, and based upon your input query, chatbot will respond, right? I'm sure this particular thing you guys know what is a chatbot. So ChatGPT is nothing but it is a, in a simple term, it is one kind of a AI based chatbot. Okay. So we can ask questions and get yeah, exactly, Mohit. So this is what I'm telling you. Like it's a one kind of a chatbot, and especially it is a AI enabled chatbot, right? So we will also see the history of ChatGPT, how it is being developed, and what are the other things are. But before that, guys, we will also do some practical hands-on over this ChatGPT tool. So for that, you need to create your account in the ChatGPT. What you can say, access board, right? So first of all, you need to create an account. So you can guys follow what I'm instructing to you guys, so that you can do the things parallelly. Okay. So let me first tell you one more thing. Guys, this particular tool is being developed by an organization called OpenAI. OpenAI. So it is the name of the organization which develops this particular tool called ChatGPT. Right? And when it comes to the practical hands-on for the ChatGPT, you need to create your account. Account means your ID and password in this OpenAI website. Then only you can access the ChatGPT. So let me walk you through that process. Guys, is this Google page is visible to you guys? Yes or no? Great. So if you want to create an account in the ChatGPT for ChatGPT, that means you need to create an account with OpenAI. Is my voice is clear to all of you? Yeah, great. So Mahesh, I think you need to check your internet connection, right? So guys, do one thing. Just open the Google and type it here, openai.com. Just open this particular website, openai.com, and you will be landed to this page. So you can do it parallelly, guys. Just open website called openai.com. And do let me know once you get this homepage for OpenAI. All of you guys getting this kind of a homepage for OpenAI website? Great. Okay. So guys, if you see over the right corner on the top, you have an option called as a login, right? Here you have an option called as a login. Just click over this particular option and you will be landed to a new page where you can create your account with OpenAI. Since I have already created my account, so I'm not going to log in it again. But yeah, for you guys, just click over this login option you will be landed to a new page where it will ask you to create an account, right? If you have already created an account in past, so you can log in with that credential only. But if you're new to this OpenAI website, just create your account. And to create your account, it will only need your email ID and password. Sorry, email ID and mobile number. And over this mobile number, you will get an OTP to verify it. Just follow that process. It will hardly take 1.5 to 2 minutes. Right? Is that clear? And do let me know if you guys face any difficulties. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I'm repeating it again, guys. So I have just asked you guys to create an account with this OpenAI. So to create an account, just click over this login option, this login button, and you will be landed to a new page where it will ask you to create an account. To create an account, it will ask two things. One is your email ID, another one is your mobile number, right? And over this mobile number, it will send you an OTP. Through that, it will verify, and then you can create your account with OpenAI, where your ID will be your your mail ID, and you can provide a password according to your preferences, right? So in that way, you can create an account with OpenAI. It will hardly take 1.5 minutes or not more than 2 minutes. And do let me know, guys, once it's done. Yes, Sumona. So we will do a couple of hands-on exercise with ChatGPT, and we will try to explore the features of ChatGPT since it is a generative AI tool, right? So Samresh, have you created an account? Okay, just wait. Just log in there. So go with the ChatGPT option. So once if you have already created an account, so just log in with that credential. You will be landed to a page where it will give you two options. One is a ChatGPT, another one is a API. So just select ChatGPT. Okay, those who have already created an account, so just log in with that credentials. You will get two options: ChatGPT and API. Just select ChatGPT. What about rest of the guys? Is it done? Account is created. Is there anyone who is facing any difficulty to create an account with OpenAI? Is it done for everyone? Okay, guys. So I guess you guys have done with this credential part. So guys, just log in with your credentials, whatever email ID and password you have provided. Just log in with that credential, and you will get a new page where it will provide you two options. One is for ChatGPT, and another is one is for the API. Just select the ChatGPT option. Just select this ChatGPT option, and you will be landed to a page like this. So, why it is not opening, Supriya? What about rest of the guys? Are you guys getting this kind of a web page for ChatGPT? Okay, what about rest of the guys? Probably not exactly same what you guys are seeing on my screen, but yeah, something similar to this. So Supriya, have you created a credential with the OpenAI? If yes, just log in with that. Just log in with that credential. And once you log in, you will get two options. One is for ChatGPT, another one is for the API. Just select the ChatGPT option. What about the rest of the guys? Are you guys getting this kind of a ChatGPT homepage open? So after choosing the ChatGPT option, what it is showing, Supriya? Anyone else who is facing some difficulty to get this kind of homepage for ChatGPT open? So Samresh, if it is showing that system is quite busy, so for the time being, just focus over the screen, right? So probably there is a server, too much load over the server. That's why you are getting this message. So for the timing, just open. Just concentrate over the screen, and like after the session, you can try with that, right? So I guess all of you guys, have this kind of a home page open with you. So guys, this is the home page for Chat GPT, right? So whatever this homepage you are seeing, this is the home page for Chat GPT. Now let's understand first of all the environments what we have in this particular uh, account with Chat GPT, right? So guys, there is a two version of the Chat GPT. There are two versions with the Chat GPT. One is Chat GPT 3.5. Another one is a Chat GPT 4. Right? So there are two versions, ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. So ChatGPT 3.5, it is a free version, right? It's a free version. What we are going to use to understand the functionality of ChatGPT. And ChatGPT 4, it is a paid version, right? It is a paid one. So how much is the amount for that? So I guess around $20 per month. $20 per month is the cost for using the ChatGPT 4, right? So in that way, we have a two versions of the ChatGPT 3.5 and 4. And obviously, if you are, subscribe over this, paid version ChatGPT 4, you'll be getting some advanced services or advanced facilities. Those facilities are not available with this free version. right? So this is one thing. Even if you see here, there is a down arrow option is present. If you just click over this, you will get details about this ChatGPT 3.5, which is a free version. And if you want to use the GPT-4, you need to upgrade to a plus option. It is also called the ChatGPT Plus, where you will get some more advanced functionalities. Right? This is one thing. Second thing, guys, as I told you, ChatGPT is the thing, but it is the AI-based chatbot, right? That means you will provide your query and it will respond to your query. And okay, so this is one thing. So guys, if you see here, whatever this box you are seeing in the bottom, this particular box. So this is the box where we write our input queries, right? So if you want to know something from the ChatGPT, this is the place where we write our questions or queries. And this is something we are calling as a prompts. Prompts, right? So whatever input we provide to ChatGPT, those are called as a prompts. Okay. And then once you provide your query to the ChatGPT, ChatGPT will try to respond to that particular question or query, and this is the place where ChatGPT will reply you. Right? This is the place where ChatGPT will generate the answers. Okay. So this is the place where we write our prompts, and this is the place where you will get answers from the ChatGPT or output from the ChatGPT. Okay. And one more thing, guys. So if you guys recall the introductory part of the generative AI, there I mentioned that ChatGPT is an example of the large language model. Large language model. It's called as the LLM, right? So there I told you guys, these kind of applications are built only for the text data. Text data. That means these kind of applications will take input as a text data. Input will be your text data, and they will generate the output as a text data. Right? You can't provide any kind of like images or videos as the input. So they will take input as a text data and they will generate the output also as a text data. Right? So that's why we are calling it as a large language model. ChatGPT is an example of the large language model. So ChatGPT, it is an example of the large language model. That means you can only provide text data as the input and it will generate the text as the output. You won't get any kind of images or videos in the output, or you can't provide images or videos as the input. I hope this is understood to you guys, right? What happened? What we have to send message? Which message, Sumona? Are you asking about this particular input box where we write our input or queries? Okay. So I will tell you. Don't worry. Okay. So yeah. So guys, this part is clear. ChatGPT 3.5 and 4, and where we write our input or prompts, and where you will get the output, right? Cool. And apart from that, guys, you can see in my screen, I have this kind of additional options. This speaker option and this mic option. Probably you guys are not getting this kind of options. So in upcoming sessions, I will show you how you can access these functionalities also. So don't worry about it. So in upcoming sessions, I will tell you, right? Apart from that, guys, if you look at over the left hand side, so probably in your case, this particular section is a blank, right? So in my case, I have a couple of sections available here. In your case, this particular left hand section is blank, I guess. So guys, these are nothing but these are the previous chats which I have done with the ChatGPT. So whatever chat sessions you have opened, and if you perform any kind of a functionality here, if you get any kind of answer from the ChatGPT, that is being automatically saved over the left hand side, and you can rename your chat session. So all of these things I will tell you in a minute, right? So don't worry about it. And apart from that, guys, on the top left, like bottom left, sorry, bottom left corner, if you see, you have details regarding your account. So you can check here. If you click over this, account option, so you have an option of settings, custom instructions, and logout. So this is some accounts related information. Okay. So I guess up to this point, you guys understood the, the environment of this ChatGPT session. Now see, guys, as I told you, ChatGPT is an AI-based chatbot. It will reply to your queries, right? So, okay. So there is a one question, what we can write over this chat box, right? What kind of a prompts or input query we can write it? So answer to this question, guys, you can write any information, whichever you are looking for, right? For example, let's suppose I want to know what is an AI. I just want to know what is an AI. So this is something I can ask to the ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will reply me what is an AI. Just see, guys. Focus over the screen, and if you want, you can do it parallelly. So in this chat box, I will write here what is an AI, right? And I will provide this input question or this input query to the ChatGPT, and this is something we are calling as a prompt. So whatever input we provide to ChatGPT, that is something we are called as a prompt, right? And how to pass this question to the ChatGPT? So there are two options: either press enter, or just press this arrow button. Okay, so you can choose any one of them. So let me press enter. Now see here, guys. This is what ChatGPT is responding me. What is an AI? Right? Now see, this was my prompt. What is an AI? And this is the ChatGPT responding to me. What is an AI? So ChatGPT understands that what I'm asking. AI stands for artificial intelligence. It refers to simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans, and so on. So it is providing some other details regarding the AI, right? And then it is providing some additional details like there are two main types of AI: narrow or weak AI, general or strong AI. We are already covered this part in the first session, right? And it is again, providing some more details regarding the AI, which is already we have covered, like machine learning and deep learning part, right? So in that way, it is responding to my prompt or query. Is that clear, guys? Yes, Sumana, it's very much interesting. Up to this point, guys, it is clear how ChatGPT is generating the response. Yes, cool. Okay. So one more thing you guys can notice here. The moment I provide this prompt to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will start responding to that particular query or the prompt. On the left hand side, you guys see here, this is the session name which is being automatically is created on the left hand side. What is this session name? Whatever session I'm using, like this particular session, where I will write couple of prompts and I will get the answers or respond to the ChatGPT, right? So whatever chats you have been done in this particular session, that is being named as this particular chat session. And it is being saved if you are not deleting this chat session, right? So let's say today I will close this particular ChatGPT account, and tomorrow I will open this one. So this particular chat session will be there, so that you can refer in future whatever past chats you have done with the ChatGPT, right? Even you can rename this chat session name. Just click over these three dots, and you can see here you can share it, you can rename it. So let's say I want to rename it like let's say sample intro, something like that. You can rename it at your like whatever name you want to provide this particular chat session. So in that way, you can rename this chat session. Even you can also open a new chat session. How? You can see here there is an option called new chat, right? Just click over this new chat and you will get a new chat session, right? You can start from the beginning, or you can select the previous chats. So let's say sample intro is my past chat. I want to go there. So just select this one. You will get whatever chats is being performed in previously, right? So all of those things you will get here. And if you think that this chat is of no use, you can delete this chat, right? So these are the couple of functionalities of the ChatGPT. Now, apart from that, guys, so let's say here I have asked what is an AI, and this is what ChatGPT is responding to me. Let's say I want to ask another question. Let's suppose I'm asking ChatGPT. Let's say, oh, okay, let's suppose I'm asking ChatGPT, what is deep learning? See, this is how ChatGPT is responding to my query. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT is responding to. What is deep learning? Right. So it is saying that deep learning is a subfield of the machine learning that focus on the development and application of the artificial neural networks and so on. Some other details are there. And one more thing to notice here, guys. Probably if you run the same prompt in your ChatGPT account, and if I run the same prompt in my account, so there is very less probability that we both will get same answer. So there are high probability that the output from the ChatGPT for the same prompt will be different, because it is being developed in the manner which is using a technology, some advanced technology that is using the concept of the probability. So whatever input data is being used to train this model, this ChatGPT model, so there is a very huge amount of data, which is the text data, is being used to train this particular model. So that's why, and this particular model is based upon some probabilistic approach. So that's why for the same prompt, there is a very less chance that you guys will get the same answer, right? So if you run the same prompt, what is deep learning? Probably your output from the ChatGPT is little bit different from whatever I'm getting, right? Even if you want, guys, you can tune whatever output ChatGPT is generating for the same prompt, right? Let's suppose I want to add couple of more details in this answer. For example, let's say, so here it is explaining about the deep learning, and then it is explaining neural network, deep neural networks, and so on. Let's suppose I want more details regarding the neural network, and I want to some examples of these neural networks. So I can ask ChatGPT to, like in this way, I can ask ChatGPT, explain neural network in detail. Sorry, it's a network in detail. And also, I want to add a couple of real-time examples. Add some real use cases. Right now, one more interesting, guys. If you want to, write your input query in more than one line, that means, let's say this is the first line, and in the second line, you want to write a second query which is related to some other thing, right? So that is also you can do. But how you can jump to this next line? So there is a shortcut. Guys, please focus here. There is a shortcut how you can jump to this next line in the input prompt. The shortcut is shift enter. Shift plus enter. Right? So let's say after the use cases, I want to write some other details, to the chat GPT in the next line. So just press shift enter. It will move in the next line, right? So let's say in the next line, I want to add, couple of more details in this answer. So explain neural network in detail and add some real use cases. And let's say I want to add more things like also provide details about, let's say, machine learning, right? And let me just pass it. Yes, Sumona, there is no harm. Now see, guys, how ChatGPT is responding to my prompt. See, so this was the previous output when I asked ChatGPT to tell me what is deep learning, and just look the quality of the output, guys. This was the output when I asked ChatGPT to like what is deep learning. This is ChatGPT responding like this in a very theoretical manner. No, Sumana, you need to provide your date of birth. Anyways, so yeah, so this particular output is little bit theoretical manner, and there are almost negligible number of examples, right? So there is no almost no examples are there. Now I asked ChatGPT to tune this output like explain the neural network in detail, also add some real use cases of this neural network or deep learning. And then I have also asked ChatGPT to provide some details about the machine learning part, right? And how I jump to this second line in the input prompt. So the shortcut is the shift plus enter. That means simultaneously press shift and enter, right? Now see the quality of output is being generated just by adding couple of more details to this prompt. So see, now ChatGPT is explaining me what is a neural network, right? So neural network is computational model inspired by the way biological neural network in the human brain functions, right? We have already covered all those things, right? And then here it is providing some key components of the neural network like neurons or nodes, weights, bias, activation function, layers, like that. And then it is providing some other details regarding the training process, how the neural network is being trained, right? What is the back propagation? It is also providing the details regarding that. And then if you see in my prompt, I have also asked ChatGPT to provide me details regarding the machine learning. So this is how ChatGPT responding me to explain what is a machine learning. And then now, guys, if you see here, it is automatically, explaining some use cases of each and every type of a machine learning. While in case of a previous prompt where I asked ChatGPT that what is a deep learning, so here it is no use cases or real-time examples have been added. But when I asked ChatGPT what is a machine learning, but here I had specified add some real use cases. So it is adding real use cases for the following prompts also, right? To explain the things. So this is how ChatGPT responding with respect to any kind of a input prompt, and you can tune the output as per your need, right? For example, let me just show you one more case. Let's say, guys, this is the output what you are getting for this particular prompt. This is the output ChatGPT is generating. And if you think that this particular output is very large, you need the things in short, right? So what you can do, you can ask ChatGPT to write the output in short, or you can even specify in how many words you want the output. For example, I need this output in a short. So what I can do, so I can ask ChatGPT to write write it in short. That's it. So ChatGPT will decide how short it need to provide the output. Now see, you can see here, guys, how ChatGPT is just optimizing the output, which is in short manner. So it's not too large, but the things like the details will be present there. So whatever important details are there, that is present here. But this time it is little bit shorter compared to the previous output, right? So in that way, you can tune the output also. So is that clear, guys, how ChatGPT is working? How you can use ChatGPT for day-to-day use? Any questions up to this point, guys? Anyone? What about rest of the guys? Great. So I guess up to this point, all of you guys are comfortable how you can provide the prompt to the ChatGPT. And if you want to add couple of more details to the previous prompts, you can do that, right? If you guys have any queries or questions up to this part, you guys can ask me. Anyone? Okay, no questions. Great. So guys, the idea for, okay, let me check. Okay, cool. So the idea is, guys, next couple of sessions, we are going to spend with the ChatGPT only, and we will see, a couple of use cases of ChatGPT, how you can use the ChatGPT for, let's say, a business purpose, how you can use the ChatGPT with respect to data science, how you can utilize the ChatGPT for social media, right? So we will try to cover a couple of dimensions, how you can utilize the ChatGPT in different use cases, and along with that, we will also see what is the backend technology behind the ChatGPT, right? So first of all, we will cover some hands-on in next 2 or 3 sessions, and then we will again come back to the sequence to sequence model, and then we will try to understand what is the backend technology behind the ChatGPT, how this model is being built, right? So this is the agenda for next couple of classes. Cool, Supriya. Great. Okay. So before getting into use cases of ChatGPT for different cases, let me just walk you through the history of ChatGPT, how it is being developed, and then we will see a couple of more dimensions of it, and then we will come back to hands-on part. Right. So just give me 1 minute so that I will be ready with the things. Okay, guys, so let me share my screen. Uh, I'm sure my screen is visible to you guys, right? Cool. So let's start with a couple of details regarding this Chat GPT and like how this chatbot is being developed. Okay, guys. So actually, the history of Chat GPT and its predecessors dates back to the mid 90s. So when the artificial intelligence research was beginning to make waves in the tech world. So like researchers have started working over this AI based chatbot in mid 90s, and the first AI chatbot that was created by the MIT professor Richard Wells, right? So he has created the first AI based chatbot, and the name of the chatbot was ALICE, which stands for the Artificial Linguistic Internet Computer Entity. This was the first AI based chatbot, right? Soon after, IBM has created its own AI based chatbot, which is called as the IBM Watson, right? It was the AI based chatbot that is being created by the IBM. Now, the thing set stage for the development of the natural language processing based AI chatbots, right? So when I talk about chatbots, so chatbots are nothing but the tool where you write your input queries, which is a text information only. That means whatever input query you provide, that input query is a text data, right? And whatever output the chatbot will provide, that is also a text data. So just like what we saw over the chat GPT, when you write what is an AI, which is a text information, and respond to this prompt, chat GPT is generating couple of details regarding what is an AI. So that is also a text-based information. So that's why there is a huge role of the natural language processing, NLP. And we have already covered the basics of the NLP, right? What other things are there, how we, handle the text data and all. So there is a very important role of the NLP while developing these kind of AI-based chatbots. So after IBM, here comes the Microsoft and Google. So in 2016, Microsoft launched its AI-based chatbot called Cortana. Even Google's Allo was launched, right? So these all things are also there. But in 2018, development of a ChatGPT has been started in 2018 by an organization called as the OpenAI. Now, this OpenAI started working over AI-based model using NLP, plus they are introducing one more technology called GPT. GPT stands for the Generative Pre-trained Transformer, right? Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So this transformer is nothing but it is one kind of a generative AI-based model, right? Which is a modified form of the sequence-to-sequence model only. Okay. So OpenAI has started working in 2018 to come up with some AI based chatbot which is enabling with the GPT model, right? So this GPT model was capable of generating the human like responses to questions and conversations, and this sparked the development of the chat GPT, right? So this is how the development of chat GPT has been started. And now if you see the timeline of the OpenAI. So as I told you, in 2018, OpenAI has started working with the GPT-based AI-based chatbots. So this is the first, GPT version 1 was released in 2018. In 2019, they have come up with the GPT 2, I mean the version 2. In 2020, they come up with the beta version GPT-3, and the GPT-3 actual version was released in also 2020. And then here comes the like the date when ChatGPT 3.5 has been released. So it was on 30th November 2022. That means the last year, 30th of November, right? Almost 1 year back. So they have published ChatGPT 3.5, which is now is a free version, right? And then they have another version, ChatGPT 4. This particular version was released over in 14th of March 2023. That means this year, 14th of March. And this is something I have already told you, this is a paid version. So there are a couple of advanced functionalities are there which you can access with this paid version. And the basic facilities are present in this free version. So this is the timeline how this kind of a models is being developed. Mahesh, for the timing, no need to get into this GPT-4. First, understand GPT 3.5, which is a free version. Okay. And as I told you, if you are interested, so you can get a subscription just by paying $20 per month. So this is the cost to use GPT-4. Okay. And probably like the things are very dynamic in this particular case, like ChatGPT. So like time to time they are just modifying the functionalities and their policies, right? So probably today is the cost $20 per month. Probably in upcoming days it may increase or it may decrease. So things are very dynamic in case of a ChatGPT. Okay, so this is the timeline how it is being developed. So this is what I explained to you guys. Like ChatGPT is the first chatbot platform which combines both AI-powered natural language processing and GPT technology. Right, so it has the advantage of both AI-based natural language processing and pre-trained transformer model, which allow it to provide more accurate and human-like answers. It is also capable of learning and understanding more complex conversations, making it a powerful tool for business looking to automate the customer service functions. Right? So I will show you in next 2 or 3 sessions how powerful is the ChatGPT. So what kind of a task you can perform the ChatGPT. Those are things we will do hands-on. Okay. So this is one part. Okay. So here I have included a couple of more details. Like ChatGPT is a language model. By saying language model, I mean it is a large language model. So that means while training this particular model, OpenAI has used very large corpus of the text data, right? And it is generating output as a text data only. So which is being developed by the OpenAI. GPT stands for the Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It is a series of models. So especially this kind of architectures are based upon GPT 3.5 architecture. So these are designed to generate the human-like text responses when given a prompt or a question. So whatever input query you provide to ChatGPT, that is something we call as a prompt. So this is being terminology used in the ChatGPT like prompt. So that is making it capable of engaging in a natural language conversations with users, right? So this is what we have things, and you can see here that means it is being trained over a vast amount of the text data. So this is what I told you. When researchers were developing this ChatGPT model, so to build that model, they have used very, very huge corpus of the text data to train this particular model. And they have taken the data from like the Wikipedia, Google, and different articles. So there are a lot of the text data is being used to train this kind of a model. That's why this model is performing with so much accuracy, right? And like while training this ChatGPT model, the researchers have used the text data up to September 21, 2021. So up to that time period, the researcher have used the text data to train this model. So you can think like how much was the training data for this particular GPT model, right? So while saying this model is being trained up to September 2021 data, that means if you ask ChatGPT to provide answer to some current scenario, like whatever is going on day to day nowadays, or a couple of weeks ago, so probably ChatGPT will not respond. Okay, because that kind of information is not fit to the ChatGPT model. For example, let me just show you. Just a minute, let me show you guys. Sorry, I hope my screen is visible to you guys. Let me just open a new chat session. So let's suppose I'm asking ChatGPT to a very current incident. Let's say, okay. So I'm sure all of you guys aware about what this World Cup which is just finished. 2 weeks ago, right? Almost 1 week ago. Cricket World Cup. So if I ask ChatGPT to provide me points table for Cricket World Cup 2023, right? So let's see what ChatGPT is responding to me. Provide Cricket World Cup 2023 points table. Let's see what ChatGPT is responding to me. See the answer, guys. ChatGPT is saying, I'm sorry, but as of my last knowledge updated in January 2022, so probably the researchers have updated ChatGPT up to January 2022. But initially, when this ChatGPT 3.5 came into the market, it was being updated up to September 2021. So at this particular time instance, when we are just discussing this topic, so it is being updated up to January 2022. So that's why it doesn't have any specific information regarding the Cricket World Cup 2023, right? So this is the meaning, like how ChatGPT is being trained and up to what time period it is being trained. So up to January 2022, it is being trained. So if you ask any recent information from the ChatGPT, it will probably not respond because that information is not present to the model. Okay. Let's come back to our slide. Okay, so this is what we were discussing. Yeah. Okay, so apart from that, guys, ChatGPT has a wide area of the potential applications, including chatbots. You can use the ChatGPT as a chatbot, as a virtual assistant, content generation. That is nothing but you can create a unique content over any of the topic. Or let's suppose you are running a particular business and you want to create some taglines, or you want to create some unique content to or let's say some social media blog. So all of those things you can get from the ChatGPT within a seconds, right? Or you can also use this particular application as a language translation. Language translation is nothing but, let's suppose you have an article, obviously, which is the text data in some other language. Let's say you have a particular article or research paper or any of the text data in, let's say, French language. You can easily convert an article in another language, in some another language. Let's say you want to convert French to English or French to Hindi, or let's say French to English or some other language. You can easily do that with the help of the ChatGPT. That is something called as a language translation, right? Even it can be fine-tuned for specific tasks or domains to make it responses. So just a minute. What is the full form for the full form GPT? So GPT stands for the Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So here it is written Generative pre-trained transformer. And this transformer is not an electrical transformer, guys. I have repeated a couple of times. This is one kind of a generative AI model, which is a some advanced form of the sequence to sequence model. So whatever sequence to sequence model we have discussed, so researchers have done a couple of modifications to that particular architecture, and they have come up with a transformer architecture or transformer model, right? So this is something we have as a GPT. And here, guys, I have made a comparison between ChatGPT 3.5 versus ChatGPT 4. All right. So ChatGPT 3.5 is a base architecture. ChatGPT 4 is a little bit more advanced and refined model. And while developing the model for 3.5 and ChatGPT 4, so whatever model parameters have been used, so around 175 billion parameters were used while training this particular model 3.5. Even more than 175 billion parameters have been used to train the GPT-4 model. So you can think how complex the model is at the back end, right? And performance-wise, GPT 3.5 has some limitations, and sometimes it will provide some error with the answers. But ChatGPT 4 is more accurate compared to 3.5. So ChatGPT 4 is having a greater advantage over 3.5, while training data is is more recent in case of a ChatGPT 4, and other use cases are there with ChatGPT 4. Even there are a couple of functionalities which are additionally present with ChatGPT 4, right? So let me just show you one more comparison so you guys can understood. Yeah. So there is something called as a code interpreter. That means, let's say you have a code in any language. Let's say you have a code in SQL language, or let's say Python language, and you want to correct or debug couple of errors, whatever things are issues are present with this code. So that is something you can do automatically with the help of the ChatGPT feature, which is called as a code interpreter. But this feature is not present in free version. This feature is present with the ChatGPT 4 version, which is a paid one. There are some kind of a plugins are available which you can access with the paid version, so that you can use the or you can say you can merge the ChatGPT with some other tools. There are some custom instructions. So currently this custom instruction is present with 3.5 and with 4. So just make it as a yes. So this part currently it is available with both 3.5 and ChatGPT 4 version. And if you see accuracy wise, stability, academic performance, response speed, in all of these aspects, GPT-4 will provide a much better or accurate response, right? So this is like head-to-head comparison between ChatGPT 3.5 and 4. Apart from that, guys, there are a couple of features of ChatGPT. So as I told you, it is a powerful NLP system that enables developers to quickly create conversational AI applications. And this system is powered by the deep learning based natural language understanding engine, which make it capable to understand the complex queries and respond with the appropriate responses. And there are a couple of things are there, like it offers a natural language generation capability. That's why we call it as a generative model, which generates the new text data based upon your input data. So these are the couple of details with respect to ChatGPT. And the last point is, guys, there is one question comes: is using ChatGPT is ethical? Because it provides almost all kind of a you will get all kind of a output from ChatGPT. So it has been said that ChatGPT knows almost everything. Therefore, it presents multiple risks to society, right? So anyone with a bad intention can also use ChatGPT to harm the public or to create some nuances. So to avoid the potential damage of the AI, we must be aware of its ethical uses and use the tool responsibly, right? So when it comes to the ethical consideration, guys, so there are a couple of issues which are more important. So like privacy, biasness, so and potential misuse of the technology. So these three points are very much important when it comes to the ethical use of any kind of a technology, whether it is a chat GPT or any other new technology. So like taking care of the privacy, biasness, and potential misuse of the technology. So one of the key aspect is privacy. So privacy is nothing but the concerns about how data is collected to train this model, how the data is stored, how it is being accessed, whether there is any modification has been done to train this model in the data set. So all of those things comes under the privacy part, right? Another ethical consideration is related to the biasness, like ChatGPT is based on, since it is based upon the AI based technique, which means that the quality of output is only as good as the quality of input data, right? So if you are in the input prompt, if you have provide some biased prompt, so the output will be depend upon your how you are providing the input prompt. So in the input prompt, if you have mentioned that provide this kind of a output, so you will get only those kind of output. So for example, if someone is if someone want to misuse such this chat GPT, so they can write a prompt which can provide the answers which can harm to the society. That is something comes under the biasness part. So in total, like as of now, the ethical implications of the chat GPT is not very much clear. On the other hand, like on the one hand, we have something called the technology could potentially be used to generate fake news or deceptive content. So as I told you, one with a bad intention can misuse the chat GPT very easily, right? That can mislead the people, this kind of things like creating a fake news or deceptive contents. On the other hand, it has a potential to help improve the communications, particularly between the human and computers. So you can like it's up to the user how he or she is using this particular technology. So as of now, there is no law is being established, you know. Uh, so it's totally up to the individual. So this is what we have. So all of those details are here. Like one should use ChatGPT for good deed, right? Now, if I ask about like what is the future advancement in this particular technology, so one of the key area of the development of the ChatGPT is in the realm of the context awareness. So currently, what we have as a ChatGPT 3.5, it is able to generate the responses based upon the words in the input. So whatever input prompt you provide, it will search for the words, which is ultimately the text data, and based upon like some kind of a processing, it will generate the responses. But as of now, it is lacking the ability to fully understand the context in which a particular word is used, right? So that part is missing. With the advancement in the technology, ChatGPT become much better at understanding the context that will provide a more accurate and relevant responses. So as of now, we have a model that can understand the context, not fully, but in a partial manner. But researchers are, working over this particular aspect also, so that they can make the model so powerful that it can understand the context completely. What are the other area of the development that is related to the multi-model learning? What is this multi-model learning? That means the ability to incorporate different type of input, such as the image or videos, into the learning process. So as I told you, as of now, whatever GPT model we have, so this particular model is being trained over the text data only. So that is another area of the development. when it comes to the ChatGPT, and it is called as a multi-model learning. That means the model will be trained over the text data as well as over the image or video data also, so that it can generate more sophisticated responses, right? So these are the couple of future potential development with respect to ChatGPT. Yes. Okay. So you can use the OpenAI API key, but as of my knowledge, this key is not free. You need I guess you need paid version, or you have to pay some amount to get this API key. Right. Okay. So these are some limitation of the ChatGPT. You can go through it. So all of these things are written here. Okay, so whatever we have discussed, so those things are summarized in this particular tree diagram. So we saw the development of the ChatGPT by OpenAI, like the history, background, and the team behind ChatGPT. Development of process of ChatGPT, then training and deep learning techniques. What is being used, like text corpus data, neural network, RNN, transformers. So those techniques, and then a couple of applications of the ChatGPT, like language translation or customer service as a chatbot or virtual assistant, right? In educational systems, like language learning and practice, automated grading system, news media like news summarization, automated journalism. So in that case, it is being very much useful. So all of those things are here only. So these are the some basic details regarding the chat GPT. What is it and how the development is being made. So up to this point, guys, any queries or any questions? So this is some basic details which I need to discuss with you guys. Any doubt or any queries, guys? Anyone up to this point? Let me also check with YouTube, guys. Don't worry, guys. You will get attendance link soon. Sorry, I was on mute. Sumona, I'm not sure what is the passing mark for MCQ based test. So probably the team will respond to your question. Yeah. Okay, cool, guys. So if you're clear with the basics and the history, how it's being developed and all, now let me show you couple of hands-on with ChatGPT, how you can utilize the ChatGPT for different purpose, right? So probably next 2 or 3 sessions we will only devote to the ChatGPT, and we will try to explore multiple dimensions with ChatGPT, right? Okay. So I request all of you guys, if you have not created an account with OpenAI, please create it so that you can also perform the same thing parallelly, right? So just give me a minute so that I will be ready with the things, and then we'll discuss a couple of, I will just show you a couple of functionalities of the ChatGPT. Okay, guys. So let me share my screen. Is it visible to you guys? Okay, cool. So let me quickly open a new chat session. Let me just delete this one. Okay. So let's see, guys. I will just show you a couple of examples how you can utilize this chat GPT in a different perspective. So let's suppose, guys, and also you can do it parallelly. But if you don't, if you're not following this one parallelly, so you can just focus over the screen and just understand what I'm doing and how it is being responded. And don't worry, whatever prompts I'm going to use, I will share all of those things to you guys. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's suppose, guys, I have received a text message, let's say in my phone, or let's say I have received a particular message in my mail or any other device or platform. So just like this particular message, can you guys see this notebook? Is this notebook is visible to you guys? Cool. So let's suppose, guys, I have received this particular message in my mobile, and I want to understand what this particular message is all about, right? So I'm going to just copy this particular message and I will paste it in this box and I will pass it to the chat GPT. Let's see what chat GPT is responding to me. So this is what chat GPT is responding to me. Okay. So this was the message which I have received. Let's say, for example, this is your OTP to complete login with this Easy Diner platform. This is valid for one-time use only. Do not share it with anyone. And regards, Easy Diner team. And let's say I don't know what kind of a message I have received. I have passed this message to the ChatGPT, and here ChatGPT is explaining me that I have received an OTP with a code this one for EasyDiner. This OTP is typically used for authentication purpose and, as mentioned, valid for one-time use. It is crucial not to share, ensure security of your account. Apart from that, what ChatGPT is telling me, if you didn't request this OTP or if you have any concerns about the security of your account, it is advisable to connect EasyDiner support immediately. They can provide guidance on how to proceed and ensure safety of your account. So this much information ChatGPT is providing me with this particular message. Let's suppose I don't know what is this one-time password. So I can ask ChatGPT, explain what is OTP. So now ChatGPT is explaining me what this OTP stands for and what is the use cases of this OTP. So it is security feature commonly used in online transactions, accounts login, other process that requires user authentication. And apart from that, it is giving some use cases where it is being used. So that means if you're not getting anything, what kind of a text message or what kind of a article you have with you, and you want to understand those things, you can easily understand with chat GPT, right? Even you can also ask chat GPT to reply over this particular message, right? So let's suppose I'm asking chat GPT to ask them to resend. Okay, so Let's say I want another OTP from this particular team. So I can ask ChatGPT, ask them to resend the OTP. Let's see what ChatGPT is responding to me. See here, guys, the response. I'm just a text-based AI model, cannot perform the actions on external platforms or communicate with specific service. If you need to request a resend of OTP from EasyDiner, I recommend reaching out their customer support directly. All right. So this kind of details you can get from your input query. Guys, attendance link is there. You can fill the form and mark your attendance, right? So this is something we have get the details regarding any kind of a text data. Now let me just show you a couple of more things. Okay, so this is one thing. Apart from that, guys, you can also generate a reply to any kind of a mail from ChatGPT, right? So let's suppose you have received an email, let's say from client, or let's say from your boss, or some other higher authority, and you want to generate a reply to this mail, and you don't know how you generate the reply. So all of those things you can do with the ChatGPT. Let me just show you. For example, guys, let's suppose we have a mail from let's say manager or some client called John. So John is sending a mail to Sam that John is providing some project details or development of a particular project. So like things related to the data collection and cleaning, exploratory data analysis, model development, visualization kind of things. So some project related details is being provided, or update is being provided by John to Sam, right? And then a couple of more details are there. And John John is asking to provide any kind of a question or feedback, or areas that we need to focus it. So this kind of a mail, let's suppose Sam has received, and Sam want to generate the reply for this mail, right? So let me first copy this one. Don't worry, guys, I will share all of those things, right? All of these text examples and all. So I can directly ask ChatGPT to generate a reply for this mail. So let's see, guys. Let's focus over the screen. I'm asking ChatGPT that generate reply to this mail, and below here I'm just pasting my mail. So whatever mail I have, I'm just pasting below that, right? Let's see what ChatGPT is doing with this particular prompt. So this is what I have provided as a prompt to ChatGPT, that generate reply to this mail, and below that I have provided my mail. So as I told you, in this mail, John is providing some project development updates to Sam. See here, guys. This is how ChatGPT is generating a reply to this mail. Hi, John. Thanks for comprehensive update on the data analytics project. It's fantastic to hear about the progress and milestone achieved by the team over past few weeks. And then some project related things are there. And then I appreciate the emphasis on collaboration and proactive engagement with various departments and so on. Your dedication is to keep keeping everyone involved in the loop is a key factor success of the project, something like that. Thanks again for the update, and I look forward to your ongoing collaboration. Best regard, Sam. So this is how ChatGPT is generating reply to this particular sample mail. Now, if you are satisfied what ChatGPT is generating, just copy all of these output and paste it in your mail body, and then you can reply it, right? So you can copy the complete things like this. Just select all of those things and paste it, or what you can do, you guys can see this particular box icon. So if you just click over this box icon, whatever output is being generated, all of the output is being copied, right? So from here up to this point, all of those output is being copied just by clicking this box or container, right? Or let's say you want to just copy a particular part, so that is something you can do manually, and then you can paste it in the mail body. And if you want to tune it according to your like requirement, you can just change it and reply to the respective person. This is another use case of the ChatGPT, right? Even you can tune this output and you can include couple of more details, right? How? Let's see. So guys, attendance link is there in the chat box. You can mark your attendance, right? Okay. So let's see guys how I can tune this output. Okay. So let's suppose guys, in this particular output, I want to include couple of points, like I want to include one point like please arrange a meeting with the client and stakeholders. This is something I want to include in this particular mail reply. I want to also include, okay, let me just write it and then tell you. So in the same reply, let's suppose I want to add few more points, like, so I will ask ChatGPT that include following points, right? And what are the points? First one is schedule a meeting with client. Let's say, and I'm asking, ChatGPT to schedule the meeting on, let's say, upcoming Monday, or let's say, any other day. Let's say, with client on coming, let's say Monday, right? And let's say I want to include one more point, like also add, let's say, stakeholders. Also add stakeholders in this meeting. Let's say I want to add these 2 points in this particular mail reply. And I'm just providing this particular prompt to ChatGPT. See the reply of the ChatGPT, guys. Now, if you guys can see in this particular reply, ChatGPT is, providing me a subject, follow-up and meeting request for data analytics project. And here, a couple of details are there with the development of the project and so on. And if you just scroll it down, you guys can see here, probably at this place we have, yeah, you can see here, guys. In light of the recent developments, I propose scheduling a meeting with the client on upcoming Monday to discuss the project status. So this is something we are getting because we have asked ChatGPT to include this particular point, right? Key findings and the way forward. So all of those things you are getting, that means like how you can tune the output as per your need. Additionally, if you recall, in the second point, I have asked ChatGPT to include, one more point where I can add the stakeholders to the meeting. So additionally, it would be beneficial to include relevant stakeholders in this meeting to ensure a comprehensive discussion. So that means ChatGPT is including whatever points I have asked ChatGPT to include. And one more point to focus here, guys. When I have provided this particular prompt, that means I have asked ChatGPT to modify previous output with these 2 points. At this particular time, I haven't provided the mail body. I have just provided what modifications I need in the previous output, right? In this particular prompt, I haven't provided the mail body that was provided in the first prompt. So that means ChatGPT understand the context of the prompt. So that means context awareness is there in the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT understand in which context I am asking to include these 2 points. And with the same context, ChatGPT is providing me the new output or modified output. But this context awareness is present in a particular session only. If you move to a new session or some previous session, this context awareness is not present, right? So the context awareness is present in a particular session only. Is that clear, guys? This part? Any queries up to this point? Anyone? How it is being generating the output? What is the meaning of the context awareness? How you can modify your output? Is that clear, guys? Any doubt or any queries up to this point? Anyone? Okay, so I guess no doubts up to this point. So this is what, guys, I have showed you, couple of examples and some details regarding the like how you can utilize the ChatGPT. So probably in upcoming sessions, we will do a little bit more exercise or hands-on with the different dimensions, right? How you can utilize ChatGPT for general purpose, for creating a content for social media, for data science, for business perspective. So all of those things we will see in next couple of sessions. Okay. So any questions for me, guys? Anyone? Okay, cool. So no questions for me. So if you have, guys, any questions related to LMS or study material or any other thing, certification and all, so Chandana is there. She can reply. Right. Over to Chandana.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Guys, hope you enjoy the session. If you have any queries, please let me know in the chat box. And I'm sharing the feedback link as well. And Nagasai is asking, you got 100 marks in the Advanced Excel, Power BI and Tableau. What is your, I got as a top. So I didn't get your query. So can you please, yeah, like drop an email to edl@excello.com. So my team will take it up, this query, okay? I'm sharing the email with you. Yes, Harini is asking, yesterday my attendance form is unavailable to submit due to network issue, but I have attended the test. Okay, Harini, like yesterday you didn't submit it means it's okay, no issue. Okay, I think there is no more questions. So Vikas, we'll wind up the session.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Guys, we'll wind up the session for today. Thanks for joining. We'll meet on tomorrow. Same time, same place. Up to then, take care. Everybody, good night.